In January 2018, Henrikh Mkhitaryan was involved in one of the highest profile player swaps in football history, going from Manchester United to Arsenal in exchange for Chilean Alexis Sanchez. During his time at Manchester United, the Armenian international failed to live up to the reputation he garnered for himself at his previous clubs, Borussia Dortmund and Shakhtar Donetsk. Arriving at the Westfalenstadion in 2013 after an impressive season with the Ukrainian champions, Mkhitaryan thrived, benefiting from the coaching of first Jurgen Klopp and then Thomas Tuchel. Under Tuchel in the 2015-16 Bundesliga season, the attacking midfielder had his most impressive season to date, scoring 11, assisting 15 and posting career-best statistics in the shots per 90 and key passes per 90 categories, while also scoring highly in the dribbles per 90 categories. Although his performances that season were enough to secure him a move to Manchester United in the summer, Mkhitaryan never quite managed to reproduce the same level of attacking outlay under Jose Mourinho, who fielded him in a markedly different role to the one he had performed at Dortmund. Through the course of his most successful season in the Bundesliga, Mkhitaryan was played as an outside player in the front three of a 4-3-3. Regularly played on the opposite side of the three to Marco Reus, Mkhitaryan was given a freer role than his teammate, often drifting into the spaces between the striker and the midfield three. From here, he would function primarily as a facilitator, giving options to his teammates under pressure, helping transition the ball from defence to attack, or driving at defenders with the ball at his feet. As a result of this playing style, Mkhitaryan has been compared favourably to Thomas Müller, famously described as a Raumdeuter or space investigator. There are, however, key differences between the two. Where Müller was also a facilitator between the lines, Mkhitaryan has the added upside of being a dribbler and a playmaker, the combination of which makes him a valuable asset going forward. By driving into areas of space, which allow productive passing lanes to be opened, Mkhitaryan puts opposing defenders into the difficult position where they have to decide between closing down the run and allowing the pass, or shutting down the pass and letting the midfielder progress. It was this ability to use space that led Mircea Lucescu, his coach at Shakhtar Donetsk, to claim game intelligence, his ability to read a game, is perhaps Mkhitaryan's greatest quality. During his time at Old Trafford, the Armenian was deployed in any one of the positions across an attacking three in a 4-2-3-1. Given the fact that he had prospered in wide positions on the left or right during his time at Dortmund, Mkhitaryan was generally played in either the wide left or right position, although towards the end of his tenure at the club, Mourinho preferred to utilise him in the number 10 role. In each of these positions, given his success as a ball mover and chance creator at his previous club, his new manager attempted to play him as a relatively unrestricted playmaker, who would look to work himself into one-on-one situations with opposition defenders. Where this approach proved ineffective was in the fact that it failed to recognise that Mkhitaryan's dribbling was as dependent upon his teammates moving to create space for him to exploit as it was dependent upon the midfielder's own ball carrying. Over the last calendar year, Arsene Wenger has shifted Arsenal from playing a 4-2-3-1 formation to a 3-4-2-1. For Mkhitaryan, this means a return to a front three not dissimilar to the one he was playing in at Dortmund. With the two wide players in the front three lining up in a narrower configuration than most attacking threes, this setup allows him the sort of freedom within which his exploitation of space can occur. Playing alongside Mesut Ozil in the attacking two, he will now look to provide service for former teammate Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, with whom he shared a productive relationship at Dortmund. In his full debut for Arsenal against Everton, Mkhitaryan gave a good indication that his new team's style of play was more suited to him than his previous team, picking up 3 assists in the course of a 5-1 win. The first was paradigmatic of the sort of influence Arsenal fans should expect from their new playmaker. With Ozil moving into a central area, Aubameyang dropped off deep to pick up the ball, allowing Mkhitaryan the space to move into. The striker's first-time pass found Mkhitaryan in the box, who slipped the ball into Aaron Ramsey at the back post to finish. If Arsenal teammates can continue to create space for him to exploit, Mkhitaryan could take the Premier League by storm during his time at the Emirates.
If you'd like to look at in-depth stats on any other specific players, teams or even competitions, OneFootball is the best place to start. It's completely free and there's a link at the top of the description if you'd like to download it. Thanks for watching, guys.